The last 10 years have been probably the greatest of my life as far as the self-acceptance and confidence in myself that I have that I lacked previously.
Mm.
Yeah. Can you tell us about that?
Tell us about your upbringing.
Yeah, I grew up religious family pretty much, very conservative family. My mom was the national chair of the Young Republicans in 1975, and so I grew up around Republican politics, and I moved to Nebraska in 1977 when my mom got remarried. I loved living in a rural environment and living on a farm. I grew up on a cattle ranch. My grandparents in Colorado, even when I was young, and my dad all had cattle and farms. So
Did you guys have horses?
I'm a farm kid. Horses,
Yeah.
yes. I graduated high school in 79 and came to Lincoln and the University of Nebraska. I had an Army ROTC scholarship, so I had part of my undergraduate paid for.
What did you study?
I got my degree in political science
'Cause then you were
with
going to law
minors in
school.
history, English, and speech. And while I was in college, I did internships with the governor's office, with a U.S. senator from Colorado, the U.S. representative from the 3rd Congressional District at the time, Virginia Smith. I worked for her. I was very involved in the state Republican politics. And then I decided I was going to go to law school. I decided I was going to go to law school when I was 12 or 13. I just knew I was going to go to law school,
Yeah.
Sure.
which is why I majored in political science and what I did, and because I knew I was either going to law school or I was going to sell insurance. And I didn't want to sell insurance. Then I got accepted to law school. The only law school I applied to was University of Nebraska. I had a really good LSAT score, but I wanted to stay home. And I also knew that I could get help with my tuition. And so I joined the Nebraska National Guard. And so I was a member of the Nebraska National Guard the entire time I was in law school. And for the first, I guess, 6 years of my being a DA in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I was in the 24th Med Air Ambulance Company. And while all of my friends were out doing their legal training and working as law clerks for judges or law firms, and I was running through the woods in Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri, or Fort Lee,
Lost in the
Virginia.
Woods.
So it was, people were researching constitutional issues. I was getting yelled at by Drill Sergeant Rivera. And so that was my history. I educated through the public education system of Nebraska.